How's it going, everybody? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be doing another $50 coin roll hunt through a bunch of boxes of pennies. I have one box right here, the other one's downstairs, but we've been looking for wheat pennies, Indian head cents, other cool things like proofs, errors, foreigns, and we've been finding a lot of great stuff. So I have some folders that have wheat pennies, and we're trying to fill them out as well, so that's kind of just part of the hunt, and we've had great results, so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens today. We're going to start out by looking for enders, so let's go to that. Okay, so unfortunately we did not get anything in terms of enders, but we did get a wheat penny 4 rolls in. This was laying face up a 1953D wheat penny. It's one that we already have in the typeset, but it's always good to strike your first wheatie, and we'll see what else these two boxes will bring us. And after another 2 rolls, we have something really pretty interesting, not something that we get too often, and that is a reveal of an older Canadian penny. This is a King George VI. 1943, wow, so that is actually pretty old and a lot older than what we'd normally see in an episode, so really happy with that. At this point, we were making the steel zinc pennies in the States, so this is kind of an interesting piece of history as well. And now about 8 rolls later, which means that we went around 12 rolls without finding any wheat pennies, we got a 2006 Canadian, and then a wheat penny on its reverse. I'm encouraged because the ears look a little bit older. I'm going to guess that this is either a late 20s or early 30s coin. 1925, so that's really good. It's always fun to get some pre-1940 wheat pennies, and I wonder if we have, if we don't have this in our folder either. I'll always update with you, what the deal is there, but this is a great way to get back in the hunt. And about 2 rolls later, another very good roll that I'll look forward to unboxing. First one here, 1982 Canadian. Next up was a face-up 1945 that was kind of lying underneath a bunch of the pennies. And then we have this reveal here, not sure what to expect. And another 1945, so that's 2 of them in a row, but always welcome, and, we'll welcome some good finds like that. And we got some really good news here. It was a nice-looking 1955 that was found in this roll, and the back looks pretty nice as well. Found it face up, but that's really exciting, and we'll see if we can't get any uncirculated, fully uncirculated wheats. Are pretty tough to come by, but occasionally you find one. This is definitely turning around, though, in terms of the quality of this first box. And another pretty unusual Canadian find here. We got one of the commemorative 100th anniversary Canada 1967. Canada, I believe, was founded 1867, so they have that bird scent, but that's a fun find for us here. Often, if it's just a regular Canadian, I won't show it on camera, and it'll just include in the recaps, but this one's definitely a good find for us today. And a very brief update here, just was going through one of the penny rolls. I think we have 22 left after this in this first box. We got a 1958 wheat penny. Not bad shape, but nothing too special either. And another one of those updates where it's nothing crazy that we found, but we got a 1951D face-up, obverse showing. And I wonder if that's actually a new one for the collection, but D obviously being the Denver Mint out in Colorado. Yet another one, we have a 1940, and they're almost all face up, which is kind of interesting, so no live reveals, but I'm finding these face up, and I'm not complaining because they're always good to get some wheats, and it's been a pretty good box so far. We have 11 rolls in the first box. Reporting back with some great news, we got another one of the early wheats, a 1930, no mint mark, but it's so good to get the pre-1940 wheats, especially ones that aren't like 1939 or 1937P. 1930, not a date that you get too often, and I'm really excited about that. And I'm reporting back right now with what's probably going to be the most unusual find of today, and it's a 1973D with, I believe, JFK carved into the obverse. It's something we see relatively often. Sometimes it's with states. There's a whole wide variety of things, but it's always kind of fun to see them, and I haven't found one coin roll hunting before. We see them in the coin shop, so happy to pick this out today as well. And we finally got another opportunity to do a reveal on camera. Found this one, not too optimistic about what the date's going to be, 1958D, but still fun to kind of unbox it live almost, because I don't unbox live with the rolls because it would just take super long to edit, but this way it's more of a feeling of me kind of seeing it as it comes in as you guys see it as well. And at this point we have 2 more rolls left, but what we did get is a reveal which is going to be a 1956 D and then a 1999 Canadian penny. So just to give you a sense at the halftime how things are going, we got about 12 Canadian cents, including that 1943 in the bird cent, and then we have 11 wheat pennies from America, including 2 pre-1940. So let's see what we can do in the second half. And in terms of how the second half is going, pretty well. First roll, we got a 1955 on its face and then a 1974 Canadian. So if we could keep up that pace, that would be pretty incredible, but we'll just hope for the best. Here we are 5 rolls later with 2 more to report back about, both found in the same roll, and we've also found them before in this hunt, but a 1940 and a 1945, so solid additions to today's 2 boxes. After a bit of a hiatus in terms of a lot of concentrated finds, we have a nice looking wheat penny here with a little bit of luster. We'll see what the date is. 1934. Wow, that's a really nice condition 1934 to be finding in coin roll hunting. Actually, I'm really excited about that since most of the the pre-1940s will be super worn, but you can really see that this is a nice coin. So I'm really excited. Great find to follow up on that 25 and 30 from earlier. And a potentially older reverse here. You can see it's a little bit worn, but not expecting too much, not going in with much. 1941, that sounds about right. Thought it might be a late 30s or early 40s, hoping obviously for the late 30s, but this is still a great find. Always happy to see wheatbacks. And we have a cool trifecta of reveals. Well, I'll start with the Canadian one. This one's a slightly older. 1959, awesome. Great to see that. And a 1985 on one end. On the other, it's a fully slick, as you can see there, a wheat ear, so I am pretty optimistic. 1930, awesome. So I thought it was going to be a little bit older, but still very happy with that date. I think that's our 4th pre-1940. We got a 34, 30, and 25 previously. Another quick update, not going to talk too much here. We did get another 1941 wheat penny from Philadelphia. 2 more awesome pickups. I have no idea what they are. I'm going to reveal at the same time. We got a 57D and a 57D. So double 1957 Denver wheat pennies. Not what I would pick if I was given the choice of dates, but 2 wheat pennies in 1 roll. We've done that a lot actually over these 2 boxes, which I've been really happy about. Another extra quick segment, we got a 1958D, which I'm happy about, 2 rolls later. So always good to unbox a wheat. Another reveal here, we'll see what it is, see if we can add something to those folders. 1944, so that won't do it, but again, we've got about 17 rolls left, so 17% of this hunt to go, and hoping for the best. Yet another 2 penny roll, and I think that this was literally the next roll. We'll see what we can find. Another folder filler would be great. 1936, awesome. Was not expecting that at all. And then a 1956 plain. So that definitely may have filled out a folder spot. If not, it's a great pre-1940, and then the other one is always welcome as an additional one. As we close in on the end of the box with 6 more rolls left in the entire hunt, we got a 1957 plain, obviously from Philadelphia, and hopefully we can add on a couple last-minute finds. And in terms of last-minute finds, definitely starting out, very next roll, we have a coin that clearly has some nice luster on it. We'll see what the front looks like. And it's a 1957D, which seems like the year to find good condition wheat pennies in circulation, but still a great one to pluck out here towards the end. And this box is just not giving up. Starting out, we have a 1957 1 cent from Canada, and then the next one is another reveal, a 1950, which is not actually a super common date for us to find here, but, you know, very welcome. 4 more rolls left. And all 3 interesting pennies here are going to be face up. We got a 1939. Talk about pre-1940. It's quite a surge of coins here at the end. And then a 1956D penny. Then we got a 1978 Canadian coin. So no more wheat pennies or any finds, but a really good overall hunt. We'll start with the Canadians. We got a 1943, 57, and 59 in addition to a total of 24 Canadian pennies. One of the cool ones I neglected to mention was the 2002 significant coin. And then I'm not sure actually what that commemorates. I should know, but I don't at this time. In terms of the Wheaties, though, our final tally, I believe, was 29 wheat cents. We had 15 from the 50s, including some Denver Mint Mark, 1951D, 1953D. Nothing from the 40s or 50s ended up making its way into our folders, but we did get some better earlier finds. 15 from the 50s, again, 8 from the 40s, which were concentrated in a couple of Philadelphia dates. And then lastly, we had our really good older finds. We had a 1925, a 1930 times 2, a 1934 in pretty nice condition, and then a 1936 and 1939 to round out the box with a total of 6 pre-1940 coins. So really great hunt, especially considering that 1943 Canadian, and I'll see you soon with another 2 boxes to hunt. We'll see what happens there. Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, I'd encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay in contact with me on my Instagram, TreasureTownYT, Facebook, TreasureTown, or my website, TreasureTownYT.com. And I love receiving packages from you guys. I'll unbox them in a video once I get enough, and my address for that is TreasureTown, P.O. Box 201, Greenwich, Connecticut, 06836. So I'll see you on some of my other videos.